Crash here, bringing you guys another exciting Pokemon Sword and Shield video. Whoa! Now, ladies and gentlemen, what it is we got going on here, yes, we have ourselves some more Pokemon Sword and Shield leaks to discuss, but you see, here's the thing, there is a huge catch to this. Because back on May 23rd, we had ourselves a 4chan post, and this post here was showcasing a lot of brand new information for Pokemon Sword and Shield, but at the time, not really anybody took it too seriously. In fact, I don't think we even covered this in one of our videos, but here's what makes things very, very interesting here. Yesterday, we had ourselves the Pokemon Sword and Shield Direct drop a bombshell worth of information. And some of that information in the May 23rd post actually corresponds with what has been revealed in the June 5th Pokemon Direct. Now, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I still want to proceed with caution here, as these still are, in fact, unconfirmed leaks slash rumors. So this right here is kind of my warning to you guys as well, to tread lightly here while viewing this video, as even though these leaks did gain a little bit of credibility here from the June 5th Pokemon Direct, there is still a lot of unconfirmed information here. So without further ado, guys, let's begin. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so let's go ahead and let's begin. So we have organized each of these leaks in a checklist format here, and we're going to be talking about each of these leaks, and should each of these leaks have a confirmed bit of information in it, then we are going to tick the box off, because it is a very, very high likelihood at this point that if it has a confirmed bit of information in it, then the other information that surrounds it could in fact be confirmed. Keywords, could. Now here's the thing. We're going to be checking this box off right here because it's been confirmed yesterday that Hop is going to be your rival. Now, another thing to take into consideration is the fact that Hop is only going to be one of your rivals. You're apparently going to have multiple rivals here in Sword and Shield, which kind of brings this into question. You will also be facing off against Beatty and Marnie. Now, those names haven't been confirmed, but the thing is, right, is that what is confirmed is that Hop is going to be one of your rivals, and you are going to have multiple rivals here in Sword and Shield. So it kind of adds a little bit of ground here that Beatty and Marnie could be your other rivals here, but again, I don't want to confirm anything just yet. So next up, we have ourselves Team Yell being the gang here in this game, who are well-meaning fans of Marnie causing trouble. So I'm kind of thinking right here that, you know, Team Yell is going to be a lot like Team Skull, because even though they don't exactly abide by rules or anything like that, I have a feeling that Team Yell are going to be a misunderstood gang, much like Team Skull, because Team Skull didn't exactly, you know, cause too much significant trouble in Generation 7. Yeah, they were a nuisance, but they weren't very, let's just say, they weren't exactly too much of a threat, such as, for example, Team Galactic or Team Aqua and Magma, where they would cause global sort of threats with certain Pokemon. But Team Yell is essentially going to be a gang that are fans of Marnie here. Now, with that being said, we haven't had any confirmation, so this right here is not going to be checked off. So next up, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is this. To become part of the Gym Challenge, you will have to get an endorsement. Beatty gets an endorsement from Chairman Rose and his secretary, Oleana. Now, here's the thing, alright, is that we haven't had any talks whatsoever, any mention whatsoever of endorsements in Pokemon Sword and Shield, but the thing is, though, right, is I really can't help but taking a look at the back of the cape of Champion Leon here. You notice that there are a lot of labels, so I'm kind of thinking that those labels are in fact endorsements, but I'm not entirely too sure. I don't want to stretch things out, but I'm kind of thinking that this right here might be true, but I'm going to leave this unchecked for right now, because the thing is that there wasn't any confirmed information or revelation for endorsements in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So with that being said, moving forward, we have ourselves Eternatus is the evil legendary. The other legendary will be a wolf who will either have a shield mane or hold a sword like Great Wolf Sith. Now, this right here gets a very strong checkmark because, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves confirmed title legendaries being Zacian, who is the Sword Wolf Pokemon, and Zamazenta, who is the Wolf Shield Pokemon. Now, here is the thing, is that even though we didn't get a glimpse of another legendary called Eternatus. If you recall, we saw the fact that these two Wolf Legendaries ended up looking up at the sky, and there was a gust, and all of a sudden they end up getting into battle format stations, and they were, they were ready to fight, but what exactly were they ready to fight against, So that right there, I'm really, really certain that this right here is true, but again, that's just my opinion. There is a lot of confirmed information here, such as the fact that you're gonna have a Shield Wolf and a Sword Wolf. So next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have this. Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing are new dynamics that will supersize Pokemon in specific areas. Gigantamaxing is different from Dynamax as it changes what the Pokemon look like. Oh, that's interesting. Meowth will look like a long cat, and Lapras will get layers like musical bars added to its shell and musical notes, and Pikachu will look like a retro fat Pikachu. So here's the thing, alright, is that we have confirmation that Dynamaxing is in fact a thing, and the thing is that they talk about supersizing Pokemon from Dynamaxing, so here's the thing, that's gonna get a strong checkmark too. Now, of course, we didn't get mention of Gigantamaxing, but this right here is going to be really, really interesting to see what is going to be revealed in the future for Pokemon Sword and Shield. So next up, we have ourselves Sonia, being Leon's former rival, who is researching the Dynamax phenomenon at the behest of her grandmother and professor of the game. Now, that right there is also going to get a strong checkmark as well, because we have confirmation that Sonia is a character in the game. She is the assistant of Professor Magnolia, and Leon also is the champion of the Galar region. So that right there is also going to get a very, very strong checkmark as well. But it is a little bit unclear if whether or not Sonia and Leon were in fact rivals. But moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is this. Some Pokemon like Farfetch'd will get regional evolutions like Sirfetch'd. Okay. Alright. My boy Farfetch'd getting some love up in this. Like, it's been 8 generations, man. And Farfetch'd is a very, very, very forgettable Pokemon competitive-wise. But the thing is that a lot of us fans, including myself, want to see Farfetch'd get some love. And Meowth is going to look like a ball of spiky gray fur. So that's going to be really interesting here. So we haven't had any confirmation of that, period. So that's going to be left unchecked. So next up here, we have ourselves this. We have, okay, I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation of these names. We have Squovet and Greedent are chipmunk Pokemon who will hide in berry trees and attack randomly if you shake for too many berries. If they attack, you end up losing berries. Now here's the thing, alright, is that we actually saw the fact that you would shake trees for berries in the wild area, but we haven't exactly had any confirmation if you're gonna have these Pokemon attack you. So it's gonna be, kind of interesting to see what goes on here. We have confirmation, however, that you end up shaking trees for berries. So it kind of does make sense if you think about it, that you're going to have Pokemon that live in that tree get mad if you disturb them and steal their berries. So they will attack you to get those berries back. So I don't know. I mean, I don't want to check this off, but I don't want to leave this at the same time because it does sound legitimate if you think about it. But here's the thing. Until we end up getting solid confirmation of these Pokemon and solid confirmation of the fact that you end up disturbing Pokemon if you shake berry trees, I'm going to leave this unchecked, alright? So with that said, let's move forward. So next up, ladies and gentlemen, we actually have ourselves some information in regards to gym leaders here. Now, the 4th gym is the first fairy-type gym, led by an actress named Opal. Milo, Nessa, and Kabu are the first ones. Now, I'm actually going to check this one off because if we recall, Milo was actually one of those gym leaders that have been revealed. A grass-type gym leader that is going to be, I guess, the first gym leader that you face in your journey in the Galar region. So this right here does get a tentative check. Now, I don't want to confirm anything just yet because even though Milo was, in fact, revealed to be true, we didn't get any mention of these other names being Opal, Nessa, and Kabu, but at the same time, this does end up earning a check because of the fact that Milo was, in fact, confirmed to be one of those gym leaders. Now, moving on, we have ourselves something really interesting here. Before fighting the gym leaders, you have to complete the gym challenges. Milo has you herding sheep Pokemon named Wooloo. Now, Wooloo is confirmed, alright? But Pamper, alright, that's interesting. An electric Corgi Pokemon will startle them and send them rolling elsewhere. Nessa has you running through a maze where water blocks the way. So, is Nessa gonna be like a water gym leader? I don't know. And Kabu requires you to catch Pokemon and get 5 points, but you have to be in a party battle with another trainer who's already trying to catch it. So, very, very interesting stuff indeed. This is also going to get a very tentative check mark, because here's the thing, is that not only is Milo confirmed, but Wooloo is also confirmed as well. But there are other bits of information here that are not yet confirmed, such as Pamper being electric Corgi Pokemon, such as Nessa, such as Kabu. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. Alright guys, now this is a big one here, and it has a lot of confirmed information to it, because get this, while there is a transit system, you will have to go through the wild area at times. An open world biome that has a weather system and little pockets where wild Pokemon Dynamax and have to be beaten in a 4-person raid. You will randomly see nearby players and interact with them to get their league cards and items. Now here's the thing, that's going to get a strong check mark because we have confirmation of there being a wild area, we have confirmation of Pokemon Dynamaxing, and we also have confirmation of the fact that you have a 4-person max raid battle where you're battling against Pokemon who have Dynamaxed into a tremendous size. So that right there is going to get a very strong check mark on that. Now, moving forward, we have ourselves this. Camping is how you play with Pokemon now. You get 2 toys, a feather toy and a toy Pokeball, which can raise friendship. You can make curry, which will raise stats and friendliness. Now, here's the thing, alright? We haven't had confirmation about there being camping, so that right there is going to be left alone for right now. I think it'd be really cool, though. I mean, it does make a lot of sense, because here's the thing. The wild area is a huge area. Like, a very, very huge area. So, there is a lot of space where you can go and camp. It does make sense, but until we get confirmation if whether or not we are going to have the ability to camp, this right here is going to be left unchecked. Now, this right here, what we're going to be talking about next, is going to get a very strong check mark, because it's been showcased that Pokemon will not walk beside you in the overworld map. It's not going to be like Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, where you did have partner Pokemon walk beside you in the overworld, but here's the thing, is that to kind of make up the difference, we are going to have Pokemon actually showcased in the wild when you're in the wild area. So, I mean, yeah, we do lose out on something that I believe many people would love to have as a feature, you know, have your partner Pokemon walk beside you in the overworld, but I will say what they did with the wild area mechanic is pretty damn cool. Now, with that being said, we have ourselves Scorbunny here. Scorbunny will have fighting moves, but it's a pure fighter. So, does that mean it's going to be a pure fighting type or something? Is it going to lose its fire typing? I'm not entirely sure what they mean by that, because here's the thing, is that in the multiple generations that we have had, starting from Generation 1 and up until Generation 7, we have never had any starter Pokemon lose their initial typing and have like a pure typing of something else, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, we'll say Blaziken here, you know, it's a fire and fighting type, but imagine if it just became a fighting type. It wouldn't exactly make a lot of sense for it to lose its initial typing and just become a pure typing of its secondary typing, if you know what I'm saying, right? So it will become a Raboot, but I don't remember the final evolution except that it looks like a fighter and it looks humanoid. So until we get confirmation of that, that is going to be left unchecked. Now get this, ladies and gentlemen. Sobble becomes Sizzle, and then Inteleon, a chameleon with a spy theme. Oh snap, man. That actually looks really freaking, like, I'm just picturing it right now, and it sounds like it's going to be pretty freaking cool, you know what I'm saying? But that's not confirmed, obviously, and Grookey will end up as a giant gorilla that beats a wood drum to attack. So, yeah. Pretty interesting stuff right there. So, let's scroll down here, and we have ourselves this. There's a lot of missing, but I wasn't planning on leaking until now. I'm angry and upset, and while I liked what I saw, I didn't get too far. The best Pokemon so far is the blue seagull, who, when it dives, either gets a Barracuda in its mouth or a Pikachu, which it launches at its enemies. Okay, pretty interesting stuff. But now, ladies and gentlemen, let's click on what's left here. So there is quite a bit of unconfirmed information, such as Team Yell, such as the whole endorsement thing, where you have to get endorsements in order to be a part of the gym challenge. Pokemon like Farfetch getting evolutions, Squilvet and Greedent. That's not confirmed as well, but I will say as well, it should be noted that there was a bit of footage where it showcased the player shaking trees to get berries. So again, it kind of wouldn't surprise me, and it kind of does actually make sense if that action right there actually disturbed Pokemon that were hoarding berries and they saw you as a threat to their food and attacked you on sight. Now, we also didn't get information about there being camping, and we also didn't get information any further about Scorbunny, Sobble, and Grookey. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be a wrap-up here for this video. So, I want to say thank you guys so very much for watching. Thank you for taking time out of your day to view my video, and let me know what you guys think. Did you guys enjoy the video? If you did, make sure you leave a like and a comment down below. Have yourself a damn good day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.